often termed as the Facebook elections. Those elections were held on the backdrop of Nirbhaya movement, where most of the Facebook activities started. During that elections, 31 million people saw Facebook alert on the polling day. 29 million Facebook users discussed the elections. Cut down to 2019, what we witness, what's a WhatsApp election? Most of the political communications, the channel of political communication turns towards the WhatsApp. So we have seen how Bharatiya Janata Party has extensively used WhatsApp for political management, for booth management. And if we have to follow the same trend, so it seems like we are heading towards a YouTube election this time. We see every politician is giving a YouTube interview. You will find politicians are engaging with short reels, videos everywhere on YouTube. And why I'm calling this is a YouTube election. So Bharatiya Janata Party from June 23 to June 2024 spent over 1.2 million on $1.2 million on YouTube advertisement. 87% of the YouTube users rely on it for national news events. And prominent state level politicians have doubled down their subscribers in last few months. A quick snapshot of notable rise in subscribers of Indian politicians since 2023. As you can see, Raghav Chadda's YouTube subscribers have increased 6 times. Former PM Shivraj Singh Chauhan's got increased by 5 times, and we see similar trend for other leaders like Revant Reddy, Chandrababu Naidu, and even in coastal states like Odisha, CM Naveen Patnaik. Rather, I want to talk about the event that took place on 12th of March. The government of India hosted a remarkable affair known as the National Creators Award, a unique initiative aimed at honoring the social media influencers. The significance of the event can be gauged with the fact that Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi himself handed over awards to 20 odd pupils. Among those who nominated influencers was particularly an Instagram channel, Ayodhya Wale. Ayodhya Wale was nominated under the cultural category. The channel was circulating content related to the construction site of Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. The channel had the access to such a sensitive, raises eyebrows, hinting a certain level of government involvement. However, let's not go into the ideological debates of Hindutva and discussion. Instead, I want to focus on the broader theme, the art of building narrative by influencers. Who is directly affiliated, who is directly or not directly affiliated with a political faction, but plays a crucial role in shaping public opinion. This Instagram handles strategically circulated clips and images of construction sites, generating substantial engagement with the audience. It's a subtle but yet powerful method of molding perception and aligning them with a particular agenda, be it a political or otherwise. In the current political landscape, it's not just the traditional political channels that are shaping these narratives. We see diverse genres like foodies, financial channels, and even the educators playing a critical role in influencing public opinions on the platform they exist. In fact, if we have to say, we are enveloped in an echo chamber where every corner we turn, we encounter the same message about politicians, government initiatives, and political parties. You will find out content creators working in even the tech or the education space are playing a critical role in building narrative. Uh, a popular YouTube channel, Technical Guruji, recently uploaded a collaborative post with Union Minister applauding the UPI and the financial steps taken by the current government. So whether it's politician, your go-to foodie, the financial influencer you trust, or the YouTube channels you subscribe to, they all are echoing the same narratives. Each platform adds its unique flavor to the narrative, creating a rich opinions and perspective. This is what we call as the building narrative. So what I do as a political consultant, so there are 4 pillars of building social media narratives. First is, of course, the message you choose. Second is the channel where you want to run that narrative. Third is the collaboration, which is the recent one, and the outreach part. First and foremost, the component of building narrative is the message you choose to play around. In national poll, it is evident that Bharatiya Janata Party, the ruling party, is leveraging the larger-than-life image of PM Modi and its initiatives to garner engagement. Much of the messaging in this campaign is centralized around his image, his policies at the national level. Even if you say opposition parties are also are on very much on the same track. Suppose if Congress candidate is using Rahul Gandhi's image, Aam Aadmi Party candidates is using Arvind Kejriwal's image. So at the national level, most of the political parties are following a similar trend. But on state elections, the key message have local identity, subnationalism, or sometimes have linguistic identity. I was working in Himachal and Uttar Pradesh, so we see a similar trend. Let me share a story with you. In I was working in Himachal Pradesh, and Section 118 in Himachal Pradesh that prohibits outsiders from purchasing a land was a big issue there. Most of our team was convinced that this is something which we can take up. But a senior leader in Congress owns a land, so that is the reason we could not take up the issue. Second was that old pension scheme was one issue that we managed to get a hold on it. Apart from that, there was a strong anti-incumbency against the sitting CM. Jairam Thakur was the sitting CM, and there was quite unrest in the state. So what we did is we created a shadow page. We created a shadow page named with Joya Mama Sunta Nahi to highlight the incapabilities of the sitting CM. And similarly, we have also created Apna Himachal Apni Congress to propagate the party's message, but in an unofficial way and not in an official way. So most of the political parties generally operate in two ways. This is the official way where you put up all those contents and the target and whatever that could not go with the official friends has to be go with the unofficial way. And when it comes to the local elections, urban local or PRI elections, more and more neighborhood issues become a central stage rather a narrative. So in local elections, more than the narrative, it's the outreach part that plays a crucial role. How do we channelize the content? As I just mentioned, there are two fronts where most of the political parties operate. First is the official front, and second is the unofficial. So largely focused daily updates, events, campaign goes on the official fronts, and most of the official front remain positive and avoid any controversial comments about the opposition parties. While on the unofficial fronts, which we often call as shadow or fan pages, we can take up targeting opposition with different narratives, Z model, what we call, or building our own infrastructure. We also collaborate with existing infrastructure. So there are certain meme pages. If we are working in Haryana, so there are certain specific Haryana specific meme pages which we collaborate and push our narrative through it. So we don't directly put something that PM Narendra Modi is a great CM, but who can save India? The answer is PM Narendra Modi. This is how you put up things. These are some shadow pages our team built over last few years. First is, as I mentioned about Joya Mama Sundani Himachal. Second is Ghamandi Rani for a candidate in Rajasthan. Similarly for KCR in Telangana, and similarly a page for Congress in Himachal. So the creating the parallel infrastructure and pages to complement our official is very important. Suppose if Joyjeet has to contest from Delhi, so we can make pages like Joyjeet fans, Joyjeet Delhi fans, Joyjeet for Delhi. My pride, my joy. Similar pages turn up so that we can subtly promote his agenda. However, it is crucial that these shadow pages maintain a distinct look that distinguish themselves from professional electioneering agencies. We intentionally design them with a more amateurish appearances, featuring mediocre editing and illustration. This ensures that they are perceived as being run by genuine fan and not by any agency. Now moving to collaborations, which is something new and is taking a central stage right now. As I mentioned earlier, the landscape of this election is heavily influenced by YouTube. YouTube, it's short, Instagram, Reels dominating people's scrolling habits. This has led to a surge in YouTubers hosting podcasts, essentially glorified versions of video interviews. A recent notable example is the collaboration between Modi government and several YouTubers, where cabinet members appeared on their podcast to discuss their work for our last past 9.5 years. Now you might wonder, how do you set up collaborations with these candidates? So most of the times my team texted or like get on the email to connect with a YouTuber, and most of the time there's no financial transaction involved. Most of the time YouTubers wants that their logistics to be taken care of. If a YouTuber is Ahmedabad based and he or she wants to come to Delhi to take an interview, so the maximum they would ask for is to cover their logistics and the living and the traveling costs. But it also depends on the kind of client you have. If the client does not hold merit, there are times when YouTubers ask for money as well. And the success, as I mentioned, the success of these collaborations often hinge on the profile of the candidate. A strong profile can significantly enhance the appeal of the podcast. But what happens after the podcast is recorded? How does this contribute to a building a narrative? This is where the briefing part and editor's table come into the play. If you have briefed your client well enough, like if you have briefed your client that these things we expect out of you, so after the after the podcast you sat down with your video editor, chop those 30-28 seconds and boost it on, so that these 28-30 seconds can help you to build narrative, amplify, and will amplify the podcast reach. Another way is to utilize the already existing digital infrastructure. uh, I have several clients in Haryana, so I have a list of meme pages who are Haryana centric because they have the Haryanvi accent. So recently, my team has reached out to around 240 meme pages in Haryana, and out of 240, 198 agreed to be part of that. They agreed to be collaborated for political moves. And this is happening in national and state elections mostly. And if you go down from state elections to local elections, you will find there's a public app, a content creation come news application with a good presence in North India. This app is playing a crucial role. This app is a hub of local influencers. So suppose if you have a local candidate and you don't know where to find influencers, public app is the right way. I mean, you can collaborate with the people available on the public app. They will charge you nominal fee. I mean, for 200K subscribers, I don't think you have to pay more than $10, and they will agree to run your whatever the message you ask them to run. Apart from the outreach, see, this is something WhatsApp, as we discussed, is the important tool for political campaigns. It offers a direct and immediate means of communication with voters. Previously, political parties relied on creating WhatsApp group to disseminate the information. However, this approach has its own limitations. One major challenge was the risk of being marked spam by multiple users, potentially leading to the blocking of WhatsApp accounts. To overcome this issue, some resorted to acquiring numbers from other countries like African countries, Kenya, or some other countries like Kenya and Nigeria, where the WhatsApp rules are not so stringent. But this is not a something which we can sustain in the long term. Today, the landscape has shifted with the emergence of new tools and technologies. There are now panels available that enables you to send 50,000 WhatsApp SMS at once. And every time you send a message, it will send with a new number. So even if you block the number, you will end up getting the message from the new number. And you can shoot 2.5 lakhs messages per day. Apart from the WhatsApp, what is new and fascinating in this election is the artificial intelligence. There are two main categories of deep fake videos that election campaigners deploy. First, of course, is creating a positive sentiments around the candidate we are endorsing or working for. Second is the negative one. In 2020, Bharatiya Janata Party leader Manoj Tiwari's video got circulated. He was seen speaking English and Haryanvi. He speaks neither language. He is fluent in Hindi. This is the move to reach larger audience. Let me play the video.
Is a language he does not speak.
सारिया ने मेरा जय श्री राम। दोस्तों मैं सिर्फ काम का हिसाब लेना आया सुन। केजरीवाल ने कहा था 200 स्कूल बनेंगे, बने से के?
Is a language he does not speak.
सारिया ने मेरा जय श्री राम। दोस्तों मैं सिर्फ काम का हिसाब लेना आया सुन। केजरीवाल ने कहा था 200 स्कूल बनेंगे, बने से के? 15 लाख कैमरे लाऊंगा, लाए से के? 50 डीटीसी बस आवेंगी, आई से के?
Is a language he does not speak.
सारिया ने मेरा जय श्री राम। दोस्तों मैं सिर्फ काम का हिसाब लेना आया सुन। केजरीवाल ने कहा था 200 स्कूल बनेंगे, बने से के? 15 लाख कैमरे लाऊंगा, लाए से के? 50 डीटीसी बस आवेंगी, आई से के?
As you could not see, Manoj Tiwari is speaking Haryanvi, which he is not very comfortable with. So this is a step towards to reach larger audience. Similarly, last year, M. Karunanidhi, Tamil Nadu famous politician who has been dead since 2018, appeared before a live audience on a large projected screen to congratulate his friend and follow politicians on the launch of his autobiographical book. Very recently, PM Modi was seen using the AI platform to address people across different states and the real-time translation of his speech. We, as a agency, use this voice cloning very recently to run an IVR campaign where we put up the samples of our client and generated an 30-second AI clip to congratulate voters on the eve of Holi. In the negative ways, BRS leader and KCR's son KT Ramarao depicted in a deep fake video where he was seen endorsing Congress and announcing his withdrawal.
కేసీఆర్ ఓడించడమే నా జీవిత లక్ష్యం. అందుకే నేను తప్పుకుంటున్నా. కాంగ్రెస్ కే గుర్తండి అందరు కలిసి.
This is the fake video where he was actually appealing to vote for TRS, but someone has defaked it and converted it into Congress. The worst kind of deepfakes videos are shared in WhatsApp groups involving morphed images of female politicians, opponents drinking alcohol in a private meetings. We see similar incidents in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Similar AI applications were seen during the wrestlers' protest in May 2023, when mobbed images of arrested wrestlers smiling were circulated across the internet. Innovations in digital campaign now allow for unprecedented level of personalization. Imagine having a list of 1 lakh voters with their names and numbers, and with the latest technology, you can upload this data to a dashboard and create thousands of videos, personalized videos. So everyone gets a video with a personalized message. Hana will get a message. Rahul Gandhi will say, "Hi, Hana. Hope you will be voting for me next time." So these are AI customized videos.
सौरभ जी नमस्कार, मैं अनिल शाह, चांदनी चौक से आम आदमी पार्टी का उम्मीदवार। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के नेतृत्व में दिल्ली ने असाधारण प्रगति की है। दिल्ली में सड़कों का निर्माण तेजी से हुआ है, स्कूलों में शिक्षा। धनेश्वर जी नमस्कार, मैं अनिल शाह, बेगूसराय सीट से भाजपा का उम्मीदवार हूँ। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत ने असाधारण प्रगति की है। उनके नेतृत्व में आर्टिकल 370 का हटना।
This is the same video, but you can like customize it according to your choice. But last, see, whatever I'm like telling, it's debatable, but this is the reality happening. I mean, one can say this is something you should not do, but this is happening all around us. With over 650 million mobile users in India, cheap data, deepfake technology in India, this is a very serious threat to India's young electoral base. Even PM Modi has recently criticized it. No matter, every party is doing it. There's no technology, there's nothing which can detect the difference between AI and the original. You can track it where it has originated, but you cannot. I mean, there's no technology where you upload a video and can find the difference between OG and the artificial intelligence. The center has made several guidelines and nodal agencies to take down objectionable content, but I don't think there's a specific section to deal with it. Several major AI developers companies like Google, OpenAI, Midjourney have already launched initiatives and implemented policy change to ensure responsible and accountable use of their platform. If AI interference in the upcoming election is not curbed, the biggest election ever in the largest democracy may well become the ground zero of large-scale deepfake elections. Thank you. This is from my side.